Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday, the show which has apparently been going on for 6 months and I hadn't even realised. Yes, so 26 weeks consistently on Wednesday. Yes, that's half a year. So 6 months of doing this. Perfect. I'm gonna keep switching hands because I forgot my tripod today, the new one. So I'm just gonna be switching hands over and over again. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It also is very cold, so as soon as my hand gets cold, I switch to the other one. You can't see me doing it, but it will happen. I don't know if I'm blocking the sound capture or not. I don't think I am. Oh well. In any case, I actually, I guess I have like an average amount to cover. I've realised that I need to go round. There's roadworks. There's always roadworks everywhere you go. In Liverpool, there's always roadworks. Ah well. These traffic lights. I just came up this way with a friend, so I'm going back now. Apparently there's a good shop that's owned by Tesco's company, but it's cheaper over there. So I'll have to check that out at some point. Probably not now. It is a bit far from my accommodation. But oh well, I like the change of scenery. Come on. I can't stand here all the time. Just gotta stand there and watch me burn. It's not alright, can the red light please turn? You know what? Forget this. Da 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 da. Ah, there we go. Crossing the streets on the wrong traffic light. Athmel will be so proud of me. Golly gee. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so this week, let's cover what happened with the Mutant Girl. You're probably thinking, was there an issue with editing again? Was there a thing where the thing with sending it to, for example, Roxy, and not being able to get that back on time because of miscommunications again, like before? No, not this time. This time I didn't even send it to Roxy. What happened this time was the same thing that happened with good old Dragon Ball R&R. You know, one of the worst videos I've ever made in my life, and the one that took me the longest to upload, has now had that record broken. Because for some reason, in my accommodation, the Wi-Fi is running really slowly now. At least in terms of uploading. So the upload time is bizarrely expanded exponentially. So it just ends up being that I can't, like, I took nearly 24 hours, like I saw 12 hours actually, to upload one video, and that would be fine on its own. You know, 12 hours or 8 hours, even by that point, I could have uploaded it by YouTube's time zone, and that would have been perfectly fine. But no, that's not what happened at all. 1 second. So what actually happened was that not only was the Wi-Fi running super slowly and loading 1% every 20 minutes or so, but I also ended up losing the Wi-Fi connection completely for no explanation. It wasn't like, oh yes, connection is limited, therefore you just like reconnect there's a route to maybe type in the password again. No, this was fully no connections were available. So what did I do? I used my good old friend mobile data and Bluetooth. I learnt how to set up Bluetooth on my laptop so I could use my phone as a hotspot and connect to the internet that way, which worked for a while, but actually has slowed down the process of the upload, and so the render time actually ended up expanding and just stayed at the same percentage. I just tripped over my shoelace. Right, just going to tuck that in. I really do not care right now. I mean, look, my other shoe was already broken. I had to do that. Come on. Just gonna stand there and watch me lose. Well, that's alright because I can't tie up my shoes. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so it kept on going. The percentage stayed exactly the same. So eventually, I do the only sensible thing that I could do. I pass out and fall asleep from exhaustion. So I wake up the following morning. Well, I guess it was already the following morning by that point, actually, because I stayed up for so long. And it was still going. And not only that, but at some point, I had to restart my entire computer because everything froze. So I lost an entire day's worth of waiting time for this one video to come out. And then I had to do it all over again because I am unable to control myself in that regard. So I just did the same thing over again. Of course I did. Anyway, I've done that twice now. It's saying the anyway, That's the same guy from before. Okay. But then, of course, the video gets uploaded. And it all seems fine, except for the fact that most of the music that I put on it was gone. Fortunately, the one track that I needed on there, the one with Morwenna and Marwick's final scene together, which I guess I'm not going to ruin if you haven't seen it already, but I mean, to be honest, I hope that you would by this point. If not, please go check it out. That final scene, that music stayed. I don't know why. Maybe I had it on a different track or something, and I accidentally muted the other track. I've done that in the past, but it was so urgent that I uploaded the video on time, that it didn't end up being on time, but it was so urgent that I tried to upload it on time, that I just didn't end up having that process. That got me thinking about the fact that I'm always stressing so much about these upload times, and yet as the videos get more and more advanced or longer and longer, I can't end up keeping up anymore, especially with university stuff now. I can't keep up with the schedule. Like beforehand, I started in March. By March already in the foundation course, I'd done the auditions that you need to do. There was the end of year play that was still to be done, but gradually we were getting less and less stressed about like external work and whatever, so I could focus on musical when I came back. Also, I didn't know what was involved, so I was just doing not the bare minimum. That's not right. The bare minimum would be normal gacha. But I wasn't doing everything within my power to like make that happen. Then, as time went by, and I grew more and more confident in what I was doing, I ended up realizing more and more that I was able to actually do more and spend more time on things. Like the first musical episode I know took me 2 weeks. You know, it's not the best and most refined project, but it took me 2 weeks. The rest of them have all taken a month. Partly because I give myself breaks in between them. So that could be an issue as well. Maybe I'll just start working on episode 10 like immediately. I reckon I should do that. But then I end up so I was staying up late anyway to do with Discord server events now that I've got that going on. And and then university external work as well. Even though I have less contact hours, there's more to do at home and independent study, so I have to focus on that. So, okay, I got something in my eye. There. It's not good. Look at this. Sleeping Beauty Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, I just realised I'm not going to see that this year. Oh yeah, I won't be around. So yeah, of course I'm going to... Wait, what days are they? To 18th of January. Okay, maybe I'll book it then. It's a Christmas panto, but come on. It's the if you've ever been to the Everyman Theatre, their panto is amazing. I've been there since I was 11 years old. The only year that I've missed it is, well, actually I missed it 2 years actually. 1 year we didn't book in time. The other year was because they knocked down the Everyman and built a new one. So, so that was kind of not my fault. But yeah, what was I saying before that? Yeah, so as I went by and started like doing more and more Meet and Girls and getting more and more ambitious with the projects, I realized that I can't keep up with that anymore. So I guess I'm gonna carry on until the end of 2019. So last episode, December 17th, hopefully, will be the day that comes out. If not 19th by the latest, because I know that that's gonna be an issue now. So yeah, so hopefully that will come out in time. If I have to split it into 2 parts, I will. There's also, I also want to make a Christmas special. I haven't written the Christmas special yet. I should do that probably today actually. Maybe tomorrow. But I'm gonna pass that through like the voice actors and see what they think. But yeah, in terms of that one, it's probably not gonna be very long. It's just gonna be a short holiday special, which is what people wanted anyway. So so I guess for season 2, I am not gonna say when the episodes are gonna come out. It's gonna be whenever they're ready. There'll be projects in between, probably some San Iconorth, maybe some Olympus. I don't know, probably not Olympus. But something is going to happen in between those times. Yes, I'm not going to give a specific like monthly time to do so. And I will probably investigate to see what else I can do with the actual software. Because I've got Sony Vegas Pro 17 now, so there's more options available. I know there's more effects that I can do and better transitions, etc. And of course, like doing another intro. One thing I should ask people actually, do you want the intro to be changed for the last episode? Because there are a few voice actors who obviously have changed positions. In particular, for example, Beanie Boy no longer being Terry, Shiny no longer being Marwick. And the credits themselves have to be adapted. Things don't have the original software because that was done by Naseeb. So if you want me to run that by Naseeb and say change the intro for the last episode, then I think that can be done. I don't know if she'll have deleted it by this point. I'm not sure. And also she forgot to put one of the characters in. It's a very important character that wasn't like put in. I think it could have been. No, it wasn't Marwick. Somebody else. It was a very important character at the time that needed to be put back in. And also Roy has resigned since then. He's been in the opening credits every time. Oh look, Christmas decorations or photo shoot or something. I need to go down that street, Fulton Street. Next time. What else? Yeah. So season 2 will not have an upload schedule. It'll probably be coming out more or less consistently with the other ones, but honestly, I want to dedicate more time to the episodes. I want to make sure that I'm putting in as much effort as possible. There'll be a new intro for that one as well, but let me know if you want a new intro for episode 10. Potentially that'll be for episodes 10, part 1 and 2. I can't remember how long the episode actually is. But yeah, episode 9 was the longest episode so far. So of course it had to be that day that the increase in render time was so prevalent. Yes, oh the joy. Yeah. Anywho, anything else happened this week that's of importance? I was sick, I guess. I mean, yesterday I didn't even go into university because I was my headache and my throat have been acting up. You can probably hear I'm a bit raspy still. I need to go back and like have some honey and lemon or something. So yeah, I guess I'll do that. That's really it, to be honest. There's not much else that's happened in this week. Buttercore's been quite quiet. Everyone's been very dormant. understandably so. I mean, around school time, a lot of people just aren't around. And of course, the times when they are around, the times I'm supposed to be asleep, and I'm not. So that does affect me as well. That's another thing starting this company. Like, my sleeping schedule is completely off. Like, right now, I want to go back and take a nap. Oh, actually, that's another thing. I'm using this thing called Author House, so I can work on my next book. That's the thing I talk about as well, because you know how I wrote a book, Erasmus the Elf. It was published last year. This time I'm going to actually get someone to help with the marketing, the editing, do all the things that I really wasn't able to do at the time, because it was just me and a couple of relatives. And yeah, hopefully they'll give me the pointers I need, and hopefully we'll be able to actually register it with the US Copyright Service, because it's a US service that I'm using. And yeah, potentially can see that one published fairly soon, actually. They said around late December, early January, which I thought was very bizarre, because actually that's way sooner than I thought it was going to be. I guess everyone is so proactive on that because that's what their jobs are, and they don't have busy lives like myself. I suppose that's something. But yeah, potentially maybe the first 2 books in a series that I've been working on since 2016 will actually be coming out. And that's my favourite book series that I've worked on. So actually, I think it's going to be something that I'm quite intrigued to see how it goes. So I've got a meeting with one of the ladies there to help with to talk me through more of the process. So yeah, I guess I could just see to that. And I talked with an illustrator as well, because I promised another friend of mine that I would let her do I commissioned her to do the illustrations, because that's what she does for a living now. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do that. It's gonna be interesting. There's something else that I'm adding to my plate now all of a sudden, because Author House kept on contacting me for years. Well, for 1 year, because I registered for them for Erasmus the Elf, and then I published them that individually. But now I'm doing things properly. This time. So yeah, I guess that's it for this week. Again, let me know what you think about the intro. I'm sorry that Amusing Girl took so long, as long as it did. And I'm going to go back, have some honey lemonade, maybe have a bit of a rest, and I've got the meeting at 4. So yeah. Okay, so other than that, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.